You probably have to explain it more.
Yeah, it's getting neutral.
Like maybe you have to say that they're thinking of the people that manage the library, thinking of moving the library to a different building.
Are you okay with that? Or, I'm not sure what that means.
I don't know.
They could quite nicely move with us if they.
I don't know. I don't know what they would do, but. So when you ask a question, you don't always say it out loud, right?
No,
I didn't know that that was possible. I thought you had to actually say it.
not that I'm aware of that.
Because I always say it. Of course, usually when I'm asking things, sometimes I'm recording so that people can see what the question is and what the answer is. But and a lot of times when I'm watching the paranormal videos on YouTube, when it says yes, then it crosses, and then when it says no, it opens. But that's because they say show me yes and show me no. And so is that something that you do each place that you go, asking them what it is, or?
Yeah, before I start out, I'll ask,
Okay, yeah.
what is my yes, what is my no? If I remember, usually for me, this is my yes, but if I get contrary answers to what I think, the human here, isn't always a know-it-all, I'll just double check to see if it's, for whatever reason, switched on me.
Right.
Yeah. 'Cause
Have you ever had a ghost tell you that it was following you?
not that I'm aware of.
Not
that I want to.
Well, they tell me that in my apartment building.
In your what?
In the apartment building I live in. They tell me that there. So, they're trying to walk with me, next to me, behind me, whatever.
I'm sure somebody's watching out for me. I know for sure. And do you know why they?
It's going off again. The balls are going off again, but I don't. No one's touching them. Yep. So what were we talking about?
The spirits following you in your apartment.
Yeah. Well,
do you know?
I don't know who it is.
Yeah, but do you know why? Or do you feel they're protecting you, that you need to be protected, or they're lonely and they want company, or?
It could be either, but there are. I'm gonna keep it pointed that way because
former person you knew that.
There are other people that live in the building that I don't feel safe around and I don't want to interact with. Sometimes now one's going off again. And almost like, okay, maybe something followed me from the building I live in. I don't know. That's weird. So anyways, so sometimes I have the ghost tube on my phone. Of course, the other phone that I can't find right now. It's probably somewhere in the bags, and I just can't find it because I've got so much stuff in the bags. But so the thing is, nah. So what I'm trying to say is sometimes that phone app, when it's talking, it will tell me, be careful. If I am extremely upset or agitated or something else, or I'm feeling a little ill, it will say, are you okay? How are you feeling? And things like that. Like in my apartment, it was telling me, we like you.
Okay,
And I said, if you like me so much, why don't you do my dishes?
Yeah.
But
this was I just remembered in dowsing.
Yeah.
One of the dowsers said his son was missing his new license,
Mhm.
teenager, so you know how bad that could get. And visually, I could see where it was.
Mhm.
And I told him, well, it's in it looks like the laundry room, but it's in a bunch of long sleeve shirts.
Mhm.
And sure enough, in the kid's room, there it was in the long, I mean,
In the
it was
long sleeve
so
shirts.
close. He had to
At least he had long sleeve shirts in one spot, so he could just go look there, and he didn't have to look
Yeah,
where
it was
every
just
single
something-
one
yeah,
was.
it was just like, okay. And one time, they're doing like a meditation kind of thing, again, dowsing kind of related. It's not as much spirits, but this little boy, we were just, it was in a group kind of setting thing, and
Mhm.
I explained to the T his little hiding spot he liked to go to, and the poor little boy his mouth was dropping because he's like, because I explained it so close that
Mhm.
in his, youngness, he felt threatened.
Mhm.
And of course, I didn't know exactly, just that I could
You didn't know it was,
describe it.
did you know it was secret to him, or
Hmm?
did you know he was trying to keep it a secret?
Kind of, yeah, it was a secret little, and I'm describing it, and I'm like, wow, this is good. And it just kind of comes, and you have to let it come, because if your naysayers come in,
Yeah.
it's not good, but it
So you consider yourself clairvoyant?
it appears at times I can be, yes. So it's like.
I wish I was clairvoyant and I could find my phone, no.
You don't know, in dowsing, we get a number of calls or emails and people wanting to find things.
Yeah.
It's a human thing, error, where we lose things.
Well, I haven't used it for finding things, and so maybe I should try that.
And sometimes people would draw out a map of their space and douse each room, and then you fine tune it. Okay, you wrote down to the kitchen. Is it in the cupboards? Is it in the oven, microwave?
Yeah, it's not in the microwave. Some people put stuff in the fridge. They put it in the refrigerator,
Frozen,
thinking, just not thinking, and then they're like, what's it doing in there?
Keeping the battery.
Yeah.
Or cash, frozen cash. But no, it's just interesting. It's a hit and miss, and I think,
I didn't touch them.
Yeah.
I didn't touch them, though. You have to actually physically touch them. What were you saying? Sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, I don't remember now. I just got fascinated.
I reached over for this because it's, have you ever used a spirit box? When you turn it on,
Xbox.
it scans
FM.
It scans radio stations, and when you ask a question, words will come through on this device, and it's the ghost trying to communicate.
Okay, I was
You try
wondering
and try it?
if that would be a way. So you just ask, or just, okay, would any ghost here, if there's any here, would you like to speak to us? Don't sound desperate, Martha. We're willing to listen.
I'm not hearing words. Oh, that's the word, but I don't know what it said.
Have you seen it, these words?
Yes.
How are their words, like, can you tell?
The words come through, like, say, part of a song or part of what somebody says. Yes.
Because I wondered again with the different centuries one might come from.
Yeah.
If you actually, or like if somebody comes from England,
Or somewhere, or another country, yeah.
yeah, would you actually be able to see their language they're using?
It would just be what comes over on the radio.
Oh, okay, so it's,
Are you happy here? Late for something, it said. Do you recognize either of us? Do you know us? The actual way to really figure it out is to listen to the recording later. And it's on here. What do you do with your time? Medical. You go to the doctor? Maybe it's a medical center. Where's the volume here? I'm trying to see.
Are you happy here?
Can you play the piano? It's somebody touched that. So yes, somebody can play the piano. Because the cat ball is going off.
What about you?
Do you like talking to us?
Does it look like? There's like inaudible sounds kind of coming. Not enough said to be.
Tell us, do you ever sleep? Do you ever take a nap?
I think that was no.
Do you get bored? He died. The battery died.
Oh, the battery.
Is that funny or what? Oh well. I do have I've got batteries with me. Well, I'm just not having a good day. It's yeah, but that was fun, wasn't it?
There's a trick to putting it in your hand and it will revive the battery.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have batteries, but over there it says yes. So I should look for the batteries, I guess. Because the cat ball's going off telling me that I have batteries, I think.
It's just kind of, they don't really, well, maybe they're coming forth and we're just not cognizant of it. Because we're mere humans.
Okay, which batteries does it take, though? That's the question. It looks like I've got AAA. I have to get the tape off from this in order to get into it. It might be AAA, might be AA.
How many members in the group?
Just a second. There's some people are kind of associated with the group and not in the actual Facebook group, but let me see, 56. That's 56 that are in the Facebook group. And three of my grandchildren come sometimes. A couple of my sons will come. And, random people coming off the street, that it doesn't make them actual, members, but, participating.
So
And
when did you get interested in it to have the group or the?
after I had been going through the cancer treatment, and I was watching a lot of the paranormal stuff on YouTube. Two of my grandchildren who come to visit me are autistic, and they have attention deficit disorder. And sometimes it's hard for them to focus. Sometimes they get bored easy and other things. But one thing that they really liked to do that we started doing is to walk around the apartment building and talk to the ghosts. And they like to,
And they're
walk
so
around with the gadgets and
intuitive, they
different
know.
things. And one of the awesome things about it is the ghosts are extremely interactive with them. And I've got pictures of, the stick figures in the SLS. I've got some pictures of one like just prancing down the hallway or the stairs along with one of my grandkids, right near them.
Because they don't have any fear, or why not? It's another playmate.
And my grandchildren, they're receptive of it. I've got a 5-year-old granddaughter whose favorite character is Wednesday. Wednesday from the Addams Family. This looks like a different battery. I don't know what kind it is. I do not have this kind of a battery.
Oh, I've never seen one like that. Oh, that's when you recharge. It looks like my camera battery that you put
Well,
in.
I'm going to have to plug it in.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe I could.
Thought it was
replace
an
it.
AA or
Yeah, I thought maybe something like that was in there, but it's not. But the thing is, it's I don't know what it's called, but I don't think I have that type with me. As far as the kind of a charger.
yeah, the plug-in thing that you plug in.
Yeah, I don't think I have that charger.
I don't know what
Got
they
this
call
one.
it either. I have a whole bunch. I keep them all together.
Yeah, this is not the right one. Oh, wait a minute. This one looks like it might work. So maybe I can plug that into, let's see. So this will go, I'm just gonna find where it goes. And the end would go in here. And yeah, it's charged. I just, maybe I have to wait a couple minutes for this to get some kind of a charge before I turn it back on. But it's kind of fun doing it, isn't it? And you're like, oh, what did it say?
Yep. Live with the
They're talking again. I think they like using this. There was one time that I was here, and so I was talking to them on the phone app, and they said, stop interrupting. And then later on, I was talking, and they were blah, 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 saying stuff. And I was like, well, now you're interrupting me. It's like, what the heck, man?
What are the manners in the ghost?
Yeah, you don't want to be interrupted, but you're going to interrupt me. But like maybe it was a different
Well, I
ghost.
think they would have the main thing, because we're here to learn or want to
Yeah.
find out, so be quiet.
Yeah, shut up, I'm talking, kind of a thing. And these hats, I ordered 2 at a time. Usually because that's what I can afford, and they're like between $5 and $6 each.
Yeah.
And then I pay the shipping, but it's not, and I usually order them on Amazon, and it takes them like weeks to come. I think they come from another country.
What's that?
I think they come from another country.
Tariff.
I don't know, but they're not expensive. So a lot of hats like that are, they could be $18 or
Oh, yeah.
something. But yeah, and so this, I got this at TJ Maxx, $2.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
neat.
but like whenever we get something that's, let's see, this is today, and This one is next month.
Oh, okay.
And so we're gonna be back here at the Fox Room, 1 to 3 p.m. on July 12th.
Okay.
I'm going to see what I can do to reserve the other room, the small room.
Okay, yeah, the Fox.
This
It's
one's,
called the small room, actually.
well, the meeting room, I think they call it the
Okay,
small
yeah.
meeting room, but, and, yeah, they're like, I guess they want us to come. It's going off, come back.
To see yeah.
And, because I'm interested what would be going on in that room, and what was that room used for before?
I don't know.
I don't know. I really would like to find out more about the history of the location. And what was it before it was a jail?
That would be the Historical Society.
Yeah, I went to, yeah, I'm gonna go to the Historical Society, and ask them about that. I was asking them, about the Bardwell House, and, cause that's haunted and that's where I live, and, they didn't have any information about anything before it was the Bardwell House. Like, what was it?
How long has
What
it
was
been
it
the
before
Bardwell
that?
House? I know at least 50 plus years.
Well, it was built at like 1950,
Okay.
and it opened as a hotel, 1850. 1850, it was built, 1852, it was opened as a hotel. Some, maybe it was 1850 when it opened up. But it was something before that, because it was downtown. So, what was it? What was that location used for? Just like this location. And also somebody was asking me, why would somebody who drowned why would their spirit be walking around the library? I don't know. I mean, maybe because maybe the person that drowned them was somebody that was, maybe the person had to go to the jail that was downstairs. I mean, I don't know.
I know Main Street, I've seen pictures and carriages, horses,
Right.
and the big, people with money, homes were there.
Yeah.
When people like to live city, now the suburbs out. But yeah, I don't have a grand knowledge about the city.
Right. Did you grow up here or?
No.
No. Have you heard of a woman named, Janet Pringle? Have you heard of a woman named Janet Pringle? She's a medium, she's clairvoyant, she can see the spirits and describe what they're wearing and things like that. And sometimes, she will see the spirit, and the spirit will give her a message for whoever they're standing near. Like maybe it's a family member or
the
someone
person
else.
that
Yeah.
is receiving the mess might not be aware of being able to do
Right,
that.
yeah.
So that's what the medium, yeah.
Right.
No. Yeah, I've gone to astrologer. Some people. She looked at I went with a friend, it was at Peace of Mind, and there was only the two of us, so we met at Kathleen's house.